Tell me, before I come on to this, here's the thing you say in your reply. You say the first thing is there was no contract. I have to accept that submission. There's nothing in writing. But it seems strange to me that Brun would work for free unless there was a discussion about money. The second thing you say is that you don't owe her this money because it was always discussed with Brun that you were not liable to pay her. Money would come in if you were able to sell those photographs to third parties, to other people, or other people looked at those photographs and wanted to buy them themselves, correct?
Correct.
Right. So tell me, did other people buy those photographs?
To the best of my knowledge, no. Personally, no, from me.
Do you remember having a discussion like that?
He said he will pay me if he used my images on his website.
How much?
Facebook. He didn't tell me how much, but it's just because we've come a long way, and I didn't want us to be dragging money issue because he was doing me a favour. And
well, he wasn't doing you a favour. You were doing a job of work as a model. Tell me about your colour grading business.
The colour grading business, I get jobs for because I do practically from filming to grading, editing and all.
What is colour grading, please?
Colour grading, after a film is shot, you need to give the film a certain look. So the certain look is that's what colour grading is, giving it the look.
I see. That's an example of it, before the colour grading and then the after.
Yes.
Now, you're selling your colour grading business, am I right? You're selling your skills and expertise using this image of Brun, correct?
That's correct.
Did you give permission to Nelson to use that image?
No, Judge.
What makes you think that you're entitled to use Brun's image without her permission to sell your business?
When the image was being taken, it wasn't my intention to use it to sell my business.
Well, it doesn't matter what your intention was at the time. You're using that image now. So I'm asking you, you have a model here.
Yes.
Whose image is being used by you to advertise and sell your business to your commercial advantage. Not at the time, but now. Why do you say you don't owe her the money for that?
Because the image, as you can see, as much as it's promoting my business, is also promoting her.
According to you. And some
correct.
contracts, I have to say, in this sort of industry do exist in exactly that way, Brun. Which is why you have to be very careful. And as a model, over here, as a model, it's particularly important to get things in writing, let me tell you. Nelson, just let me ask you this. You must have thought that to some extent she would be entitled to some money for her job, for her work as a model.
Very true.
Right. Well, how much did you think she should be entitled for the session? How much have you ever paid other models for a session of photography?
The highest I've paid is 500.
At the time, there was a vague discussion about money. Did you ever mention a figure?
In her case, because of...
In respect of these pictures only?
Yes. In respect of these pictures, because of her look, I said between 800 and 1,500.
Do you accept that?
Yes, that was what we
Agreed.
discussed.
So why haven't you paid her, let's say, take the lower figure, why haven't you paid her the £800?
Because I did not directly make money from selling her
Doesn't
photos.
matter. You take on the liability. You understand that. You're a smart gentleman.
Usually we say this so that the models would come. And when we take the photos...
Excuse me, what? Let's just pause. Let me just try and understand what you're saying. In other words, I need a moment. In other words, what you do is you say, come, models. It's called a unilateral contract. Come, models. If you come and I take your photograph, you'll get paid between £800 and £1,000. Now you tell me, we don't really mean it. Of course we don't mean it. We just say that so that they'll show up. Is that what you're saying? I need a moment to get a clear piece of paper in my pad to write it down in big, if you are.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
I make promises.
For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.